Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Viswam Edutech. It's really very happy to meet you all in this pleasant evening. Through Viswam Edutech, we are in the process of making our students competent in terms of spelling, in terms of their vocabulary, which ultimately make our students very good communicators, which that is going to help our communication tremendously. And this webinar is going to be a preparatory webinar for our students towards International Spelling Bee competition. Now, having said that, before we start any process you take as a game or a sport or even our school, there are certain rules and regulations. Only when we follow certain rules and regulations, we will be able to get the process done successfully. Now let's take a quick look on the terms and conditions. Anything you wanted to be skilled at, anything you wanted to excel, all you need is consistency. That is a major and important lesson. So first, be on time. So the webinar is going to happen every Saturday by 7 o'clock in the evening. Whatever task you have, just postpone it and join this link on time. Generally, punctuality is the first discipline, generally we say. And consistency. Regularly participate in this webinar. At the same time, no distraction. This half an hour, no distraction is there. Just inform your parents for this half an hour not to disturb you at all and just focus completely. And have a notepad and pen so that the important notes we are going to discuss more and everything you will note down and you will recollect, you will revise, you will practice to become skilled in this particular format. And then listen attentively. Since webinar, I understand a lot of distractions will be there from your house side, from your relatives, from your family. But just for this half an hour, listen attentively. Lot of tips will be given through this webinar. So make the best use of these tips. And we are going to discuss about phonetic transcriptions also. So different sounds and different symbols will be there. So you will be making note of it and then you will revise it and you will master it. Ultimately, you will become very strong in phonetic part. And if possible, orally, of course, it's a live webinar, so we may not be able to discuss each other, share our thoughts. But whenever you have a doubt or questions, you can communicate through the chat box. And we will go through the chat box. And in our next session, first 5 minutes or 10 minutes, we will clarify all those things. I hope all of you understood the terms and conditions. And make sure, let's promise ourselves to stand with these terms and conditions and focus furthermore. All right? So before we start our process, let us just little get clarified with the spelling bee competition process. Till last year, we conducted this spelling bee competition at 3 levels: school level, zonal level, and straightaway national level. This year, fortunately, we are associated with a company called North-South Foundation, which is located in United States of America. So we are enhancing spelling bee competition at 5 different levels. First level, school level. We prepare a question paper and send to you all schools. And our teachers will conduct the exam and they will select only 2 toppers from each class. And the toppers will appear in the zonal level. And zonal level winners will appear for regional level. Regional level winners will appear for national level. And national level champions will get a great opportunity to visit United States of America for international spelling bee competition. And for the participants, Viswam is providing the sponsorship. We already discussed in orientation program. The first school level alone will be the written exam, and the remaining all other rounds will be oral exams. Oral exams, we just ask the words and students will spell the words. Through these webinars, we are going to learn many lessons. For example, it's about International Phonetic Alphabet IPA and alphabets, vowels, consonants, and how many sounds they produce. And through that, we will have a small assessment as well. And along with that, some tips to develop your spelling. All we are expecting is, from you, we expect only a couple of things. Only a few things we are expecting from you. They are simple. Your complete involvement. Once you involve yourself, you will automatically get more interest. And dedication. In this particular time and regular practice throughout the week, that dedication we are expecting from you. And it has to be consistency, as I already mentioned. So these 4 qualities we are expecting from you. Now we already know every language has certain alphabets. Similarly, English also, we have alphabets. And in alphabets, similar to all other languages, vowels are there, consonants are there. Now, there is something called IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. Now, if I ask you, who is the deciding authority in your school or at home? Obviously, you will say, my principal ma'am or principal sir, my correspondent sir or director sir. At home, my dad, my mom. Similarly, the deciding authority of our English language is IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. In International Phonetic Alphabet, there is a team of people working together for English. Whatever they to decide in English language, they research, they analyze, and finally they come to a conclusion. If they want to add a new word, if they want to change a word, or if they want to change the pronunciation of certain words, they have, after much analysis and research, they come to a conclusion. And we are all, the rest of the world, we just follow their guidelines. So that is the deciding authority of English. Now, as we discussed, the alphabets, there are 26 alphabets in English, and there are 5 vowels, and there are 21 consonants. Vowels and consonants, it's very simple. How do you find something? Why do we call something as vowels? Very simple. There is no obstruction of speech. In simple word, it is called free flowing. If you just try to pronounce A, E, I, O, U, there is no obstruction. It is free flowing. That is why we call them as vowels. Whereas consonants, you need obstructions. Some disturbance, some blockage will be there. That is called, we call them as consonants. Just try pronouncing B, we touch our lips. C, alveolar ridge. So obstruction will be there. That is the reason consonants. Now these 5 vowels, they produce 20 sounds in English language. And 21 consonants, they produce only 24 sounds. So totally there are 44 sounds in English language. Now vowels, as we discussed, there are 24 sounds. If you look at the segregation, there is something called monophthongs. Monophthongs, pure vowel sound. That is called monophthongs. And monophthongs, they are 12 sounds. And even in segregation, there are 7 short vowels and 5 long vowels. So totally 12 sounds are monophthongs. And if you look at the diphthongs, there are 8 sounds, 2 vowels combined, and starting with one vowel sound, ending with another vowel sound. For example, I, starting with A, E, ear, starting with E, ear. So two different sounds, starting with one vowel sound and finishing with another vowel sound. They are called diphthongs, and there are 8 sounds. So totally, if you just calculate, monophthongs 12, diphthongs 8. There are 20 sounds. So total vowels, 5 vowels, they produce 20 sounds. If you look at the consonant sounds, 21 consonants, they produce 24 sounds. If you want to segregate them, there is something called couples. Couples means the same sound slight different. For example, P, B, T, D. So we call them as couples, and there are 8 sounds. And manner of articulation, I mean, airflow is controlled, whether fully controlled or half controlled, depends on the letter. So they are producing about 9 sounds, and approximates tongue and roof of your mouth, the upper part of your mouth. They are called approximants, and there are 4 sounds. And nasals, that is related to your nose, and airflow is completely blocked. That means only 3 sounds. It is in, im, ing. So there are 3 sounds. So calculatively, all these sounds, consonant, 12 consonants, they produce 24 sounds. So these things we are going to see in detail. So let us go for the first sound. So as we discussed, we're going to deal with vowels first, and short vowels and long vowels. And here are the short vowels. Vowels, phonetic transcriptions will always be written in between 2 slashes, 2 forward slashes. So that is called phonetic transcription. If you look at this consonant, this transcription, capital I in between 2 forward slash. This sound is short E sound. Short E sound. Now let us go for some example. Short E, bit. If you just cut bit sound and it sound, bit, it, E. So short E sound. Similarly, sit, hit, pin, win, thin, him, tim, ship, lip. So these are all short E sound. So similarly, we have other words. If you want to practice, you can practice along with me. Let me just read out. Lip, tip, rip, six, fix, miss, fish, wish, list, milk. Some more. Sit, bitten, fill, chill, drink, kick, bridge, ring, simple, minute. So these are all with short E sound. So now students, you can make note of this transcription. Capital I in between 2 forward slashes. That sound is short E sound. Now let us go for the next sound. Writing E in between 2 forward slashes, the sound is short E. Short E. In the words pen, pen. If you cut the ip sound and in sound, you will get the sound. Try to pronounce pen, pen, n, e. So that a sound is called writing E in between 2 forward slash. That is n, e. sound. Now let us practice with some words. It's pen, bed, red, 10, men, net, leg, hen, get, wet. Some more words you can practice. You can practice along with me. Let, set, met, bet, pet, jet, step, next, desk, rest. Some more. Best, test, west, less, guess, friend, help, bread, head, said. So these are all with short S sound. So remember to note down this phonetic transcription, writing E in between two forward slashes. This is called S sound. Now let us recollect. Writing I in between two forward slashes, the sound is short E sound. The words sit, pin, fish. Writing E in between two forward slash, the sound is short S sound. Red, net, pen. So now let's see these things in a combination in a sentence. Let us read this first sentence. Tim will tell his friends about the picnic. Now Tim, there we have short E sound. Tim, M, E. And tell we have short S sound. Tell, L, A, short A sound. Similarly, the kid kept a red pen on the desk. The kid, short E sound. Kid, id, E, short E sound. Kept, ept, a, short A sound. And if you look at the word pen, again short A sound. Pen, N, A, short A sound. And if you look at the last word desk, ask, A, so short A sound. And one last example. Bill met his pet in the kitchen. Bill, ill, E, short E sound. Met, at, A, short A sound. Pet, at, A, short E sound. And kitchen, itchen, E, short E sound. So now I hope you got some clarity in these two sounds. So being first day, we don't want to go for many things. We just wanted you to understand what we learned, just to summarize. First, we saw what are the vowels, and vowels, how many sounds they produce, and from monophthongs, 12 sounds, and diphthongs, 8 sounds, and from consonants, voiced consonants, unvoiced consonants, approximants, nasals. Voiced consonants and unvoiced consonants, very simple. Voiced consonants, you will feel certain vibration in your throat when you pronounce certain words. For example, B. Touch your throat and check B. Bat, back. You will find some vibration in your throat. That is why it is called voiced consonants. Whereas unvoiced consonants, you need not necessarily bring this vibration. For example, cup, test. So they are just coming from the edge of your mouth. So there is no vibration needed. So they are called unvoiced consonants. Approximants and certain airflow is followed, we mentioned. And nasals is related to your nose, and only 3 sounds are there. It's n, m, ing. Only 3 sounds, nasal sounds. So we have just seen that. And today we saw phonetic transcription for 2 sounds. The first sound, short E sound, that is to be written I in between 2 forward slashes. That is short E sound. And the next one, short sound. Writing E in between 2 forward slashes. That is short E sound. So these two sounds we have seen today. So thank you all very much. I hope you learned something, and let us hope to meet soon in our next week. And meanwhile, if you have any questions or any doubts, you can mention in the chat. We will look at the chat and we will come up with the clarification tomorrow, first segment of our session. Not tomorrow, I'm sorry. Next Saturday, the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes, we will discuss about your queries. And kindly, all of you, please subscribe this channel, and we will keep in touch related to our communication. We are going to do much more, and everything is going to be knowledge developing. You, as teachers, we will also learn, and we will inculcate these learnings among our students. So we will keep in touch through social media like this also. So please subscribe this channel. And if you, of course, we hope we are in touch through WhatsApp group to some extent. And if you're not in touch, please contact our Viswam team and immediately keep in touch. Anytime, any kind of issues related to our program, please let us know. And I'm wishing you all the best for your student success. And I don't know whether it's possible or not, but if your students are capable enough, let everyone go to the national level and international level spelling bee competition. So once again, I'm wishing you all the best, and thank you so much for your sparing time.